Good evening. This is the Bald News Nightly. As my webcam seems to want to go everywhere except for where it needs to be. And it's still sliding. Fantastic. There. Now you're just going to see my face. All right, hey guys, welcome to the Bald News Nightly. This is the Bald News, and we're going to go over exactly what's happened throughout the day because it got a little crazy today. It got so stupidly crazy that they didn't choose another Speaker of the House again. Yes, there is two split Republican parties now. There is the MAGA Republicans, which are the extreme Donald Trump supporting Republicans, and then there's the anti-Donald Trump supporting Republicans. But they're still both Republicans. They just don't want a Speaker of the House, I guess. I don't know. It's also kind of been hinted by Gates that they want Donald Trump to be the Speaker of the House. I don't know how that could even happen, or if he would even do that, or if he's allowed to do it. I have no idea how any of that would actually work out. But if it did, maybe one of the sides of the Republicans will be happy. I don't know. I'm not even going to venture a guess with politics. As far as I know, the Tates are still in jail. We're talking about Andrew Tate, Tristan Tate. They were given a 30-day stay extension from before the turn of the new year. So we're 4 days into the new year. They've been in jail roughly 5 or 6 days. So they're going to be there for 30 days. A lot of people are saying they're going to get out. They're able to send text messages from you, which is, I don't know, because they have their own PR team that can send those text messages. So if you guys get a chance, you should definitely take a look at, the news on Twitter, the news on TikTok. There's so many news outlets that you can go to that are just full of pertinent information. Outside of me on TikTok, goodness gracious, there's Noah Glenn Carter, absolutely amazing. There's King Asante. There's Dylan. Hold on a second. Dylan's absolutely amazing.
People are very upset with this TikToker for editing this girl's answers. So this
By the way, hey, this is Noah Glenn Carter. He's the first person I pulled up. You should check him out.
The girl said her body count was 1, and she was with her fiance at the time. And her fiance is the
This is a day in the life of a gothic
baby. So the person I'm talking about is Dylan Page.
Pictures of the house that Saudi Arabia has. Here is one pictures of the house that Andrew Tate is accused.
Dylan Page. You guys need to check out Dylan Page. Go and follow him. I get a lot of my information kind of piggybacked off of his, because here's the thing. Like, we all kind of go to the same sources. Like, I've seen the stuff that he does, but he does it so much better than I do. So if you guys want to check out a great news source, it's definitely Dylan Page. Absolutely amazing. Checking him out. Also, Noah Glenn Carter, King Asante. These are all amazing news people. Jeremy Renner, his entire chest had collapsed. He was run over by a 14,500-pound snow machine. It was his snow machine. It was Jeremy Renner's. He went over to get a neighbor that was stuck in the snow. He went over to get him out of the snow. The snow machine, the snow plow, started moving on its own. He tried to run over there and get into it and was run over when that happened. So he was airlifted out immediately. He was even able to talk today. He was able to talk yesterday as well. And he's doing better. But right now, the guy is destroyed. So he has to make a recovery. We are all praying for you, Jeremy Renner. This guy, to come back from something like that is insane. He was driven over by a snow plow, 14,500-pound snow plow. Survived. Damar Hamlin He's recovering. He's now at 50% instead of 100% of the respirator. So his lung capacity is coming back. They're just running tests because they're trying to figure out what happened, how to stop or how to prevent that from happening again. Because that's what everybody wants with football. They don't want all these injuries. They want people to, keep playing and, make a massive life and make a massive career out of it. But as we all know, especially with the players, they get banged up, they get concussions, they have all these long-term disastrous things that happen to them, with their mental health, with their physical health. So keep Damar Hamlin and keep Jeremy Renner in your prayers. Yesterday, a doctor with his wife and his 2 kids in a Tesla ran off a bridge down 250 feet of a cliff straight into the sand. And they all survived with the most minor injuries. The kids might have had a little bit of whiplash. That's it. And they were all safe. Now, the thing is that the police believe or have some sort of notion that the doctor did it on purpose and this wasn't an accident. So we shall see what happens with that. As you all know, the suspect in the unalivement, sorry about that, I'm used to TikTok, of the killing of the Idaho teens, the 4 teens that were murdered in their sleep with a knife. I don't know if it was a knife. They were stabbed. Was it a knife? I don't know. I've been reading so much on it, it's ridiculous. But they were that guy was extradited. So he's going to be coming back to Idaho. I both wanted to be him so that this thing can be over, but I also don't want it to be him. Because I don't want to see any young person be this vile monster. I don't think anybody wants to see a vile, any kind of young person be a vile monster. But there you go. I mean, it's bad sometimes. Sometimes it's bad. So that's. Oh, I don't know if you guys check out Rebby Hardy on TikTok. Rebby Hardy has a series that she does about Gothic baby. So her baby dresses up in, like dark apparel, and it's just kind of this fun thing that Rebby Hardy does with her daughter. And it's Gothic baby. It's just really cute. And yet England, these loose women in England have a problem with Gothic baby. They did a whole show on their problem with Gothic baby. Why? Why does that bother them? Does that make sense to anybody? Sanders Sports Media. Hey, Sanders, be praying for Damar Hamlin and Jeremy Renner. And also the family of Ken Block. Be praying for those people. Damar Hamlin's on 50% of his respirator now at 100%. Of course, absolutely. Also, Jeremy Renner, like his entire chest was concave today. It was concave. Like he was run over by a 14,500 pound snowplow that was his own. It's his own. And he was trying to help out his stranded neighbor. What team does he play on? The Buffalo Bills. So that's football. That's football. Sanders Sports Media. What sports are you into? Are you into like they both do? No, Jeremy Renner is Hawkeye from the Avengers, and Damar Hamlin is on the Buffalo Bills. He was hit a couple nights ago on Monday night, and he got back up and then immediately passed out. He wasn't getting any oxygen. Football, baseball, and basketball. I remember Damar. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, it's been all over the place. It's yeah, I mean, for 2 days now, he's been in the hospital. They had to keep him sedated all yesterday and the day before because of the because he just couldn't breathe on his own. They had to keep him breathing, but now he's back to it. But his own snowmobile is absolutely crazy. Oh, you talk about Ken Block? Yeah, Ken Block had a snowmobile accident. He turned way too violently, or whatever that's called, and the snowmobile crushed him. Ken Block is massive in. I mean, he also came up with DC shoes. I didn't know he was the maker of DC shoes. But yeah, but as far as like the snow machine goes with Jeremy Renner, yeah, 14,500 pounds over him. Thank God there was snow on the ground because I can't imagine that kind of force. Oh, but it's a very large track. Oh man, I love pancakes. Oh, he was as flat as a pancake. Facts. Yeah, no, 100. Oh, yeah, that's the chat's over there, and I have to keep looking off to the chat. Yeah, he was definitely a pancake. That's sad stuff. He's yeah. So Jeremy Renner's Hawkeye. He's done like a bunch of other things, like Hurt Locker. I just remember him. Yeah, it's sad stuff. But and then there's also been like a little back and forth going on because of Damar Hamlin. Let me go back over to my page real quick on my TikTok. So Skip Bayless has been going up against like everybody because he released a tweet that was kind of insensitive, a little bit insensitive because of because he wanted the show to keep going. This is for them to cancel a show. It was insensitive. He doesn't see it that way, and his co-host on that show, they had an argument today about it, and I mean it is what it is. You can't always get along with your host. That's just sports. That's just any kind of news. If you belong to a news station, you're not always going to get along with the people that you work with. But you have to because people see it. So you have to put yourself out there as the best possible version of yourself. There's no other way around it. Yeah. And it just sucks. It sucks sometimes, especially since we're 4 days into this new year and we've already got so much, of this devastation going on. Oh, and then there's also the Logan Paul. You got Riz. I'm married and I've got 3 kids, but as far as Riz goes, no. Logan Paul has been called out by CoffeeZilla about this cryptocurrency that he made. Now, I'm very unpopular in my stance on it. I believe that Logan Paul had no idea what was going on. Yeah, to Buffalo Bills. Yeah, guys, so be praying for Damar Hamlin. He is at 50% of his respirator now. He was at 100% for the past couple of days. So keep praying for Damar Hamlin. Who wins, Xenogoku or every Superman? It's every Superman. What we also talking about cosmic armor? Yes, yeah. Keep praying for Damar Hamlin. It's terrible. So what happened with Logan Paul is he built. A lot of people are saying that this is a pump and dump kind of cryptocurrency, and it's a thing where you could actually click and you could hatch your animal type thing, and I don't know if it's done or not, but there's a lot of speculation that there's a lot of people that lost money, like a lot of money. And I believe, now a lot of people might not, but I believe personally that Logan Paul was used as a Ponzi, was used as the fall guy. Now, not everybody's going to believe that, and there's a lot of evidence to point to the contrary. It makes the most sense to me. But anyway, please be praying for Damar Hamlin, for Jeremy Renner, for the family of Ken Block. And thank you so much for being here. I'll be on tomorrow night at 8 o'clock to keep you recapped about what happens tomorrow. This is the Bald News Nightly, and you have a great day. Thank you for being here.